As someone with ADHD, the way I need to organize changes all the time. It's a never-ending cycle of trying something new, having it work for a week, but right now I am in a groove where things are kind of working. Today I figured I would kind of share with you how I am organizing my time throughout the week as a creative small business owner and as a content creator, how I am getting everything done, which, spoiler alert, I'm not. I feel like I've gotten a lot better with just knowing how long tasks are taking. Like, obviously I'm still bad at that, but overall I think I've gotten a lot better than at the start of the year. Without further ado, let's chat organizing. First up is Notion. I literally cannot live without Notion. I love it. I love how versatile it is. Like I mentioned before, I need to always be changing the way I see and organize things, and Notion is perfect for that. You're not stuck with one view or one way of doing things. You can always change it. I have a lot of stuff I'm doing in Notion, but what I use the most is the content hub. I'll just show you my dashboard. If I had things organized nicely and well thought out, this task list would have everything I'm doing, but I haven't really been using this that much. It worked at the beginning of the year, but I wanted like a main, easy to look at thing of everything I needed to do. But usually what I'm using is YouTube because I feel like this is just the best for organizing major content hubs. I like the flexibility with Notion where you can just drag things around and change things, and it's easy to see where everything is. So yeah, so this is my calendar view of YouTube. So basically what I do is I just have the title. I also have things like the video status could be if it's an idea, scripting. I have all of this stuff so I know exactly where it is in the timeline. So this is my main YouTube organization. This is anything that's coming up this month so I can have everything easier to see. These are all the videos I'm scripting or I have as the tag of scriptings. And I like this view because sometimes if I just have the itch to write, I don't want to be overwhelmed with everything else. I just want to see here are the ones I need to focus on writing. That's what that view is good for. I also found it helpful to start saving some of these like emoji character copy and paste things you can use. So I just have those right up there. That's pretty much everything I'm doing with organizing my content hub. And you could obviously do this for any type of content. It doesn't have to be YouTube. So I recently got a part-time job working at the library, and I was struggling to organize my time because now all of a sudden I had like a handful of hours that I was out of the house and couldn't work, obviously. I was writing down in my planner like the time that I was working. I couldn't actually visualize what that looked like in a planner like this. I love this planner, don't get me wrong. I am a diehard what is this called? I don't even know what kind of planner this is, but I love this type of planner. I use it all sorts of ways. Usually what I'll do is it will change throughout the year, but what I've been doing lately has been writing content down here. So any YouTube or anything like that that's going out would be down here, and then I highlight it once it's done, just as a way to see what's going on without having to flip through anything else. And then these are usually like where I put my to-dos. But yeah, so I was writing down the time that I worked, and I couldn't visualize how much I could get done before and after work. So I came up with a new system. I needed to create an hourly, weekly planner. And so I quickly made that in Illustrator, and it's really helped me be able to break up my time a lot easier. I had naturally fallen into this rhythm where Tuesdays was going to get coffee and filming videos, and Thursdays was my editing days. And then when I got my schedule for my part-time job, it just really worked out that way where I could keep that rhythm going. Keep it moving, Buster. Cats, am I right? I am very lucky that this natural rhythm that I fell into, I can keep going and I don't have to like completely change everything. And I don't have to completely change everything I had been used to doing. And this wasn't something I kind of set out to do. I never really was someone who had to do certain things on certain days. It just kept happening week in and week out that on Tuesdays I had the urge to film, and then Thursdays and Fridays I just naturally wanted to edit. So I was like, why not put a name to it and make sure that I have everything ready to go. So these are currently the times that I am working for someone else. And as you can see, pretty much Thursdays are the only days where I don't have anything going on. So that was very hard for me to wrap my head around and get used to having things going on. So what I like to do is give myself an hour for lunch and cleaning. Every day I do it around this time. This isn't really like set in stone, but I like to make sure I have that time where I'm taking a true break and I'm doing something. And I like to spend this honestly doing a quick 10-minute cleanup. It makes me feel a little bit better at the end of the day. Monday afternoons will be dedicated to designing, admin work, scripting, planning for the week, or just generally catching up on anything I didn't get to over the weekend or last week. Mondays are usually a chill day in the sense where like I allow myself to clean up the house if I need to. Like if something like that needs to be done, I usually will do that on a Monday because I'm not fully into the week yet. Tuesday mornings will be for filming, freelance, and doing some editing. I can't get started on too many big tasks, but I can do some coloring. I can do some like easier filming videos. I just want to make sure I am actually using my Tuesday morning and not just wasting it. Wednesdays are kind of my long day. I mean, technically all days are long days because I'm still working even if I'm not like being paid to work, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? Wednesdays in between jobs, I can't really dedicate my time to anything. I mean, I have a couple hours, but the way my brain works, that's not long enough to get into a task and like keep it going. So Wednesdays are pretty much just for easy things like freelance, admin, scheduling pins or YouTube shorts, things like that where you can get a lot of things done. If I have to leave and get ready, I'm not completely sidetracking myself and getting out of the rhythm. Wednesdays are for easy things. Thursdays are my main days to get everything done in regards to content. I'm deciding this will be my treat day, so I will be going out on Thursdays now to get coffee instead of on Tuesday, just so that, you know, I can reward myself for the long day ahead. So I'll go out, go get coffee, check some emails, do some freelance, then film some videos, script some content if needed, do a bunch of editing, and that's pretty much my whole day. Editing YouTube and TikTok videos can just take a really long time. Then Fridays before work are pretty much just catching up on anything, doing some admin, freelance, I don't know, anything can go. If editing seems like it would be easy, I can do that on Friday. Cleaning up the house, things like that. Nothing too stressful really before I go into work. And then by the time I come home, it's dinner time and time for the weekend. So Fridays are kind of a wash and I'm fine with that because Fridays usually were a wash for me. Fridays were usually just my editing day / doing nothing day because my brain would be fried by the end of the week anyways. Right now, this method of having this hourly, weekly planner has really helped me be able to see my time better and to know what to put on the to-do list. So it's really working for me right now and I'm happy I found something that works. Ask me in 6 months or even 6 weeks and this could be totally different. But for right now, it's working good. Just as I get in the groove of things and really understand how I'm gonna be able to fit everything into my schedule. If you're struggling to balance your time between your job and your business, I highly recommend doing something like this so you can just see what time you have available to begin with and then maybe try and do certain tasks on certain days. What I'm noticing as a huge bonus is on Tuesday, I don't question what I need to do. I just go and do it. And on Thursdays, same thing. I just know what I need to do each day. And I like having this routine. It takes the guesswork out of it a little bit because you kind of already know, here's what I said I was gonna do today. I feel like I'm not questioning what I should be doing with my time. Now, the last thing I do to combine all of this together is I use my planner. And this might seem like overkill. It probably is. I can't use just Notion. That's never worked for me when I was exclusively only using Notion. I always needed something physical. So what I do is I kind of take all of my info from Notion, as in the content planning. So what I do is I put like all my content down here and then all my tasks up here. But I'm able to really condense down my to-do list because I know how much time I have each day now. But I don't like pinpointing it to the point where it's like on this hour you do this hour you do that. I just mostly needed to be able to see what all I could do. And I was really struggling to visualize time with this. But now that I can see it, I know what to put on each day. So I kind of just take my content from Notion, put it in here, and then kind of plan out what videos I will be filming each day. I like to make it fun and color in every time I've done something. So once I've done a task, I color it in, and that helps me clearly see, oh, I have actually done something today. Combining it all brings it all together. I'm always gonna be someone who needs a physical planner, and I really like doing it this way. I've been doing it like this since last year. That's pretty much how I organize my time. I definitely recommend trying out having each day being dedicated to certain tasks and seeing if that works for you. I know I tried this earlier in the year and it didn't work for me then, but now that I have more limited time, it's definitely helping me. If it didn't work one time, maybe try it again in a few months and maybe it'll work for you now. But it's always this kind of like push and pull of trying to find out what works for you right now, but always allowing yourself to change and do things differently if you need to. So that's pretty much it. I hope you learned something new from this video. Maybe you got a little bit of inspiration on how to do things a little bit differently. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye.